Well, I certainly hear a lot to talk about behind self-critique of the self and also of our society. But all that talk of intent was reminding me actually of another mantra that I'd like to be reminded of again. Isn't intent one of the four pillars? Is that
I consider it one of the four pillars. The thing, I call it the five pillars ultimately, but there's four main ones. And the first one is being aware, awareness, really there's no growth without awareness. There's no change without awareness. There's no possibilities without bringing ourselves to some state of awareness. The second pillar is intention. Whatever we do has an intention behind it. All actions has an intention, whether we recognize them cognitively or not. There's an intention behind it, and we need to examine the intention so that the outcome is based on an intention that is solid and is has integrity behind it. Then I like to say that we have to have patience because change doesn't happen instantaneously, and the change that we need to make, it took us eons for us to be where we are now, and it's going to take some time for things to change. But we have to be, also consider that our window of opportunity to make the changes that we need to make is a constraint. And then the fourth one is discipline. And discipline is crucial because, all the evidence just says that there's no progress, there's no accomplishment without discipline. And discipline really just boils down to being focused on what it is that is trying to, whatever your goal is, and whatever it takes to get there, the skills, the requirements necessary, that those are built in, that you apply yourself to having those things in place. I'll use sports as an example. Football is a sport I enjoy watching sometimes, and to be a professional NFL football player took an extreme amount of discipline. People started off with their natural talent, which was in many cases immense to begin with, but it took an inordinate amount of training and discipline to take it to a level where they're exceptional. And nothing is accomplished without a certain amount of discipline being part of the equation. So, we as human beings, we as Americans, we who live in the West, we have to apply our awareness, our intentionality, patience, and discipline towards changing the modality of the world that we live in. And then the fifth principle or pillar that I include in this particular thing is love. Love being the center of the equation, meaning that it is the primal motivation that the intentionality and everything else that's expressed should be moving from. If I don't love nature, well, obviously I'm not going to try to improve it. If I don't love human beings and humanity, well, why would I care to improve the quality of life of someone living in a marginal place? And of course, if I don't love myself, then I'm not going to express myself or participate in this world accordingly. So, I definitely see love as a guiding principle. Of course, all theologies come from the principle, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, which I see that as an expression of love, or a way of expressing how we should interact with love in the world. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So yeah, those are things that I think that as we come to the table to look at solution-oriented methodologies, that we not lose sight that these are, the ways, to keep in our minds that, you know, we ourselves have to do our part of being aware, you know, critique our intentions, having the patience and having the discipline to follow through on our goals.
Yeah, there are many mantras out there that we could all choose, but that's certainly one that we can.
Yes, and you know, whatever mantra works for you, that empowers you, I think that's what's really, you know, the most crucial thing. You know, so I don't want to step on anyone's religions. You know, that's what practices, yoga, whatever. All those things are really there to support humanity coming to its ability to, you know, to express itself at its highest good.
Yeah, they don't say to. Anyway, it doesn't matter what you believe as long as you believe something.
Well, you know, as they say, if you don't believe something, you'll fall for anything.
There you go. Yeah.
So.
That's well done.
Yes.